portion, Tissa, contains an event that serves as stark contrast to the portions that preceded it. The Israelites are encamped around Mount Sinai. They had heard God's revelation of the Ten Commandments at Mount Sinai. They have heard Moses' teaching of the laws that they are to follow. They have heard now how the Mishkan, the desert sanctuary, is to be fashioned, and they are in a spiritual condition that is heightened and more aware that, in fact, almost all the people we can understand are spiritually connected to what it means to be an Israelite and what it means to believe in God. And all of a sudden, that disappears, and instead, because Moses, the people feel, is delayed in coming down the mountain, they force Aaron, Moses' brother, who is to be the high priest, to fashion a golden calf. And so they go from the utmost state of radical monotheism, different from everyone around them, to resorting to who they were in the land of Egypt. To highlight all of that is Aaron himself. We just read in last week's portion, Tissa, about the special vestments that he is supposed to wear as the high priest, and the special breastplate that he is supposed to have in front of him all the time with the 12 gemstones on it, representing the entire people of Israel. And yet he too is involved in fashioning this golden calf. And so there are so many questions spiritually, Jewishly, that we can ask about this portion. And the one question I want to leave you with is, how is it that Aaron, who is able to fashion this golden calf, who had no hesitation at all to fashioning an idol and encouraging the people to worship that idol, how could he transform himself to become the high priest of the people of Israel and the Israelite religion? How could he represent the transformation from idolatry to monotheism? That is a question we need to ask ourselves as we read this portion, Tissa. Perhaps it represents the idea of the transformation that all of us can have in our lives. Great spirituality isn't expected to happen to us overnight. It takes a process of transformation, and if even Aaron can do it, so can we. That is possibly an answer, but it is more complex and more deeply profound than that. We will study a lot of this on Shabbat morning, February 27th, at our Torah study preceding our family service, and I encourage all of you watching to read the commentary in the Eitz Chaim Chumash of the conservative movement and other Chumashim editions of the Torah to have a sense of how traditionally Aaron's transformation is understood. Shabbat Shalom.